Hi, I'm Midge Shoemaker, and this is day 4 of my doing YouTube videos and gratitude lists. So, yay, I'm happy I'm doing this. And today I kind of am doing this a little bit later in the day than I should have. So I'm just kind of struggling with accepting circumstances the way that they are. So I think God just keeps putting things in my life to teach me lessons that I don't want to learn. So he keeps putting them in my life until I learn them, I'm sure. But right now I think I'm just trying to deal with accepting situations the way they are and the things that are outside of my control, and remembering that I do not have to be perfect. Life is not perfect. Stuff is going to keep happening. It's going to keep coming up, and I can only deal with today. I can only do what I can do today, and I am not going to be perfect at it, and I am going to make mistakes, and I am going to procrastinate because that's what I do, and I'm going to make excuses because I'm really good at making excuses. So, and I don't always make the best choices either. So today is one of those things where I'm kind of dealing with consequences of my choices, my actions. Not that I made the worst choices today. That's not what I'm saying. It's just right now I'm a little bit annoyed because I can hear the neighbors, because we share a door, and it's like I can hear their TV at night sometimes, a lot of times actually, and it's really annoying. So it's a trigger for me because it makes me feel like there's someone like in the other room, or someone that's going to come into my room, and it makes me feel very uncomfortable. And so I've been having to deal with that since I've been living in this place. I'm like trying to learn to let go, that I am safe, that I am okay, that they're just noisy, that I can do other stuff to block it out, and I'm having to learn how to sleep with noise, which is not something I'm good at doing either. And right now I'm just really hoping that you can't hear their TV in the background while I'm doing this YouTube video. And the last few days when I've done it, I've made sure that they didn't have their TV on when I did it. And right now I'm trying to get ready to go to work, and I'm like, if I don't do my YouTube video now, it won't be until tomorrow morning, and then it will feel like I skipped a day, and I don't want to feel like I skipped a day. So I'm trying to do it today, tonight. So it's just kind of like, okay, I have to accept that I can't control the neighbors and their noise, and I can't control, I don't even think I have control over my own timing, because when it was quiet earlier, I was doing other things that I needed to do today, which I'm grateful I got done, like filing my taxes, because I put it off until the very last minute. Of course I did. So, but I did it. But that was my time earlier when it was quiet, and I could have been doing this. So, consequences of my actions, and accepting things that are outside of my control, and that things aren't going to be perfect. Obviously, these videos aren't perfect. It's probably not what everybody wants to hear or see or watch, but I also think it makes me self-conscious, because if I can hear them, I think they can hear me, and then it makes me feel like I'm being judged or watched or something. And there's just this part of me that just shuts down when that happens. Like, I just don't want to do anything because I just don't want to be observed. I don't want people to know what I do with my spare time or something. I don't know. I have no idea, actually. That's one of those random things where it makes me uncomfortable. It's on edge, like I'm in front of an audience or something. And so I'm like, yeah, I'm technically doing this for an audience, even though there's not one in front of me, and I don't know how much they can hear me on my side of the house and I can hear them on their side, but so I'm hoping they can't hear me. But again, it makes me a little bit nervous and self-conscious, and I'm already self-conscious as it is, so it just adds to my anxiety, which I don't like. So it just means that I need to rely more on God and trust that he is going to help me through this, help me to relax, to breathe, to be able to actually do the video. So I'm grateful that normally I'm grateful that I'm doing this video instead of my norm, where I would make the excuse that it's too noisy or something else is going on. So I'm like, I can't do it. I have to wait for somebody else to be quiet. And I think I spent a lot of my life doing that, where I just wait for somebody else, for the circumstances to be just perfect, just right for me to do something, because I don't want to rock the boat. That's what it is. I don't want to rock the boat. I don't want to upset anybody else. I don't want to interfere with what anybody else is doing, and I don't want what anybody else is doing to interfere with what I'm doing. So it's like I just have to wait until it's that perfect moment. And oh my gosh, I don't know if that perfect moment ever actually exists, which I think is why I have excuses to get out of doing a whole lot of things, a lot of times, and that's all they are. They're just excuses. And so I'm grateful that my little stubborn gene is kicking in, and I've decided I am going to try to overcome this anxiety of mine and my fears, and I'm going to just go ahead with my YouTube video and say the things that I'm grateful for and share the things that I'm struggling with, and just, maybe vent a little bit. Not that you guys want to hear me vent. You're sure you can post comments. You can vent back to me if you want. You can say, oh yeah, I've been there, done that. Or you can tell me I'm crazy. I already know I'm crazy, so, that's okay. Or you can tell me that maybe I'm a little bit normal because other people feel the same way or deal with the same stuff that I do, which would be great, because then maybe I won't feel quite so anxious and awkward. But I think it's just going to take me time to build the self-confidence in myself to realize that I am capable of doing this, that I have positive things to share, and hopefully it is positive and beneficial to other people. And I do know, last night I decided to try to sleep because I hadn't slept yesterday, which I know I had a long rambling video because I didn't sleep, so I thought sleep is good. So I opted not to work or write on my book because I was going to sleep. And then I couldn't sleep, which was really frustrating because I've been up at night, so I tried to sleep at night and it didn't work. So I was just tired and then not able to sleep, and then even more frustrated because I didn't do anything. So I was like, So today, I did take a nap today. I think I slept for another 3 or 4 hours. So, hey, I'm going to go to work tonight. I'm like, I don't care. I'm just going to go to work because I'll feel better and I won't be spinning in the back of my mind all the stuff that I'm leaving undone. Thank you to my lovely antidepressant medication that makes me feel things I don't want to feel, because if I didn't feel them, I wouldn't care, and then they wouldn't keep me up at night. So there you go. No, I'm actually very grateful for the medication. I'm very grateful for my Heavenly Father and blessing me and helping me to make these videos. I'm actually very grateful that somehow I have the energy and the stamina to do stuff. I think they're little miracles that God is giving me in my life, because they're not things that I could do by myself. I feel like I need that spiritual support just as much as anybody out there does, because it's not something I'm confident and comfortable doing on my own. And so it's scary for me to share this, but I'm trying to share this because I'm just trying to put myself out there. I'm trying to see myself for who I am. I'm trying to let other people see me for who I am. And I'm hoping that it will help other people to overcome their fears or work through their grief, depression, problems, whatever it is, to find the gratitude, to find the beauty, to find the joy in life, because there is so much beauty, there is so much to be grateful for, there is so much joy to be had in life. And I feel like I've spent my life focusing on the things that didn't work out the way that I wanted to, and being disappointed because my life isn't the way that I want it to be, and discouraged because I'm like, okay, the noisy neighbors, so I'm like, I have this great place to live, but the neighbors are noisy. I'm like, okay, well, I can tolerate a little noise for a while until I can, and I can make this place nice and homey if I want to. I'd probably feel better if I did that, like unpack and put things away and feel comfortable like I'm at home. And then eventually, I can save up some money and get a place that I actually want, that I'm more comfortable with, that's better than here. Just, an upgrade. And I've been slowly upgrading over the last few years. I just kind of downgraded when I got married, and then it was worse when I got divorced, and now I'm just slowly building back up to what I had before. So again, just frustrated. Life circumstances didn't turn out the way that I wanted to, but I think there's a lot of life lessons in that, and realizing that, depression is very real. It's very difficult to overcome, but it can be done. And that I can choose to either let it take over my life and focus on all the negative things and just decide that there's nothing left worth living for, or I can focus on the things that I'm grateful for, and I can start to see that there is a lot of things left in life worth living for, and there's a lot of life left in me, I hope. I'd love to live another, 42, 50 years, whatever, so I'm like, double what I've already lived. So maybe the next half of my life will be better than the first half, or maybe I will just keep learning and growing, and maybe the next time some tragedy happens in my life, it won't let it derail me like the last one. That's kind of my habit. I just let it derail me because I don't want to feel my feelings. I don't want to deal with my life, and then I don't face things. I don't overcome things. I make excuses, and I the depression just takes over and everything falls apart. So I'm in the process of picking that up and moving forward and trying to figure out my life and see the positive things in life, to see the talents that I have, like my ability to write and to share what I'm feeling. And I've had people tell me that stuff that I say is very helpful to them, or it gives them like aha moments. So I'm hoping that's what I'm doing with these YouTube videos, is helping people and helping them see that they're not alone. And if nothing else, maybe I'm just telling myself that I'm not alone and that I can get through this, because I have a loving Heavenly Father that's watching over me, that has a plan for my life that's far better than whatever I have planned, which I think He's always telling me that. He's like, Midge, why are you going that way when you need to go this way? It's like, that's not a happy path. Let's go down a happy path. I want you to be happy. So I think this gratitude list, or thinking about things that I'm grateful for, is helping me remember that God wants me to be happy. And it's reminding me that there's things I can look forward to in life and that I can be happy about. I can be excited about my writing. I can be excited that day 4, I am still doing YouTube videos. I am still struggling doing this because change doesn't happen overnight. But I'm grateful to know that change can happen, that I don't have to stay stuck in this pattern. I am grateful for friends that gave me rides today because I had to take my car in to get the AC fixed. And well, it just needed to be serviced, but hopefully it will work because it's hot outside and I need to drive. So I like to have AC in my car. So that's a good thing. And I'm grateful that I had people that were willing to give me rides and do stuff for me, which I appreciate. And I like to be in a situation where I can do that for other people someday, because I feel like a lot recently I've just been the person that's always been getting service done. And I'm like, I want to be the one to do some service, to give something back. So I hope in a small way this is giving something back to other people. And I'm grateful that I can do this. And I'm just grateful that God is helping me to do this and pushing me to do this, encouraging me to do this, whatever way you want to look at it. And I really hope that somewhere between now and the next 96 days, this gets easier. Because usually it's like the beginning of the goals, I'm like, yes, I'm all pumped, I can do this, this is so cool. And then I, at least get a week or 2 into it before I quit. And this I'm like, day 3, I wanted to quit. Day 4, I'm like, I have so many excuses not to do this. But I want to make the changes in my life. I want to be happy. I want to see the positive things in my life. I want to remember to be grateful for my friends, to be grateful for my family, to be grateful for a place to live, even if it's not the most ideal. It's, it's better than living on the street. It's bigger than what the place that I was at before. It's less expensive than the place I was at before. So, there's positive things to look at, and I just need to remember that. And I'm grateful to remember that I have choices and that I can make good choices. I can make positive choices. I don't always make positive choices, but I can. And I'm grateful that I can see how my attitude is affected by the choices that I make. Because if I choose to follow through with goals that I have made and decisions that I have made, I feel better about myself. I feel good about myself because, yay, I did it. And, if I focus on what I didn't do or I choose not to do because of my excuses, it's like, yeah, maybe that was a valid excuse. Maybe that's a good reason. But then I get depressed, I get discouraged, and I think, well, then I'm never going to be able to do this. This isn't going to work out. And then I do what my sister was talking about a couple days ago, where I just focus on, I negate the wins, and I start saying, well, I could have done more. I should have done better. I could have done this. Or if I'd only done that or this, then I wouldn't be in this situation. But I'm in this situation. So I need to figure out how to deal with the situation, how to live in the moment, which is something I'm also not good at, but I'm trying, because today is a gift. What is that saying? The past is in the past. You can't do anything about it. The future is unknown. And then the present is called the present because it's a gift. It's the only thing we actually can do anything with in the present moment. And we need to appreciate it and enjoy it and love it. And I'm trying to do that. I don't know how well I'm doing that, but I am grateful for these videos because it's making me focus on things to be grateful for and reminding me to be happy and reminding me to stay in the moment and to deal with what I can and to remember that there are things that are outside of my control. And I can be depressed and discouraged because things didn't work out the way that I wanted to, or I can realize that those things aren't things I have any control over, that I did the best I could for the day, and it's going to be okay because God is a God of miracles and He just makes things happen when I do my part. And sometimes I feel like I just put a little tiny drop of something in there, a little tiny drop of effort, and then I get this big, huge, giant reward in return. It's like I always get like 100 times more than what I put in from God, I think. And, it's not always in the form of monetary things. Oftentimes it's just in the form of feeling good about myself. It's in the form of peace that comes, like, okay, knowing that I did the best that I could, or knowing that it's going to be okay. It's in the form of, like my landlord being okay with my rent being a little bit late, or the form of a friend willing to give me a ride or buying me breakfast spontaneously. I'm like, I wasn't expecting that, but thanks, this is awesome. Or a phone call, a random phone call, or a text message from somebody reminding me that they love me, or they care about me, or they're just checking in to see how I'm doing. Just little things like that just feels like miracles, like blessings that I get, just reminders that God is aware of me, that He loves me. And I'm grateful for those little reminders and those things today. And I'm grateful that I, got a lot of things done today, even if it's not necessarily the timing that I wanted. My timing is always off. I always think I can do things faster than I can, or that things will not take as long as they actually do. I have very bad planning skills, and I do things very slowly. I'm much slower at things than other people, which is okay. I'm learning that it's okay. As long as I do a good job and I finish what I started, it's fine. It doesn't matter how long it took me to do it. I did it, and that's what matters. But I think a lot of times I compare myself to other people and they can just go so fast. I'm like, why can't I do it as fast as they can? Why can't I do it as nice as they can? And when I try to go fast, when I try to do all of that, then I mess up, and then I stress, and I have all this anxiety, and then I'm just crazy person. Which obviously you can see I'm a crazy person with all this anxiety because I'm doing these YouTube videos and I'm super anxious about things that I can't control. But I'm realizing that it's okay. And again, I'm hoping you can't hear the TV noise in the background, but even if you can, I hope that I'm sure you hear me over that, which is better, which is good. And I don't have the technology skills to even try to pretend to understand how to block that noise out in editing and only hear my voice. I know that's a possibility. I know that's something you can do, but I think you have to have a lot more high-tech equipment than I have. And I know there's apps. I downloaded an app to try to do editing, and I still can't figure out how to do most of that. So I'm just gonna go with the fact that I don't know technology as well as I could, but I've not really been interested in knowing technology. And my only purpose in doing this now is because, like I said, I'm working on a book and I want to finish it hopefully soon so that I can get it published. And it's obviously going to be the first in a series of books because I'm writing a whole series. It wouldn't be worth doing all of this for just one book, I don't think. But I think it's worth it for an entire series to put myself out there, to get myself known, to get my work known, to share the process that I'm going through, and maybe other people are going through the same process. And maybe it's not with writing that they're dealing with. Maybe it's some other challenge. Maybe you're starting a new business with something. Maybe you're just trying to make some changes in your personal life. Maybe you're just looking for a different job, a different venue. I don't know what it is, but I hope that people watching this are choosing to work through whatever it is they're dealing with, and maybe to start doing 100 days of a list of gratitudes, things they're grateful for, to start seeing the positive in life, to start learning how to live life and enjoy life and believe that they deserve the best in life. And just remember that the best isn't always in the form of money or things, but the best can just be how you feel and your attitude, and knowing that you have people in your life that love you, that care about you, places to go for, the holidays, or people to talk to when you're depressed. And those are great things. People to go hang out with when you're bored, so you're not like sitting at home alone. Places to go, things that you enjoy doing. Even just knowing yourself and what you enjoy doing is a blessing. It's a gift, because not everybody does that, knows that. I mean, I don't. I'm having to discover things about myself. I'm having to try new things. I'm like, do I like this or not? And I didn't learn those things growing up. I wasn't given those opportunities growing up. And so I'm learning to have to give them to myself. And there's still barriers. Some just, personal fear, like, am I going to like it? Is it going to be good? Some financial, because I just don't have the money. So there may be some things in this life I never get to do because I just never have the money. But but I can overcome the fear. I can work through it. I can face my emotions. And this YouTube video is just proof that I can do these things. So it's proof to me, and obviously to everybody else that chooses to watch this, that I can do this. So this is day 4, and I'm grateful that I made it this far. And hopefully I can do the next 96 days and things will get better. And I hope that somehow this was helpful. And if not to you, at least for me, because I got some things off my chest. I got to do things in spite of my normal excuses, which I'm grateful for. And I'm following through on a goal that I set, which I'm also grateful for and amazed at, because that's something I've struggled with. So I'm trying to be more consistent, and doing this video every day is forcing me to be more consistent, and it's forcing me to face my fears and challenges and overcome them. So I'm having to grow, which is a good thing. I know it's a good thing, and I'm grateful for that, because it's going to help me be a better person, I hope. And I will be happier at the end of 100 days, especially be very happy that I'm done with this 100 days of gratitudes. But I'm also hoping it becomes a habit where I continue to focus on the things that I'm grateful for and the positive things in life and the blessings that I have, instead of focusing on what I don't have or what I didn't do, and remembering that I have the choice as to which I focus on. And I think there's that old Indian saying about the wolf, and there's there's 2 different ones, the greedy one, the depressing one, the angry one, and then there's, the positive, happy, successful one. And, the voice in your head, it just depends on which one you feed. If you feed the good one, you get the good vibes back, you feel good, you feel positive, and, then you're not worried about the angry, disappointment, the negative. And so, but if you feed the negative, that one grows and the positive disappears, and you only see the bad things in life. So you find what you're looking for. If you look for the good, you can find it. If you look for the bad, you can find it. So I'm trying to look for the good and the things to be grateful for. And it's helping me to focus on the positive. It's helping me to smile more. My attitude just feels better, lighter today. So even though things aren't necessarily timing-wise, with the neighbor thing is kind of annoying me for the YouTube video, but other than that, I've actually feel really good today. I feel kind of at peace with all the things that I've been doing, and amazed at what I've managed to accomplish in my lack of sleep. So I think God is still blessing me, and I'm grateful for that. And I thank you for listening and watching. Please feel free to comment, to share, to like, subscribe, whatever it is you want to do. Hope you have a great day. Thanks.